My name is Kehinde Sholanke. I'm here visiting a good friend of mine. We've been hanging around for a long time back in Boston, those old days. You all know him live here in New York, Dr. Nnamdi Kanu.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City!
Yes. New York City is so great that last week we finally ended child marriages in New York City.
Yes.
Not just in New York City, all of New York State.
Yes.
It's over. No more. The governor of New York State, Andrew Cuomo, finally signed a bill raising the age of marriage from 14 to 18.
Yes!
I know. Zamfara State Senator Yerima, you know him. He's out of luck. He can't come to New York and marry another 13-year-old anymore. It's over. It's over for him. If it took New York 250 years to get to this place, how long do you think it would take countries like Nigeria and Kenya to ban child marriages?
Yes.
Now, I have my suspicion as to why New York did it now.
Why?
This is what I'm thinking. New York is afraid that when Donald Trump finally gives up the presidency of the United States, either by resigning or being impeached, that he may want to rejuvenate himself by marrying a 14-year-old from Eastern Europe or from Africa or from Saudi Arabia even. Who knows? Maybe when he was in Saudi Arabia, they offered him one of those child brides. I don't know. You don't know what happens, when he went there last month. Now, if you think of it, Trump is in his third wife now. Yeah, and in America, based on Larry King's statistics, you are allowed to marry up to 7 wives.
Wow!
Though not at the same time. I know you want them at the same time, but not at the same time. And what Trump does is that after each bankruptcy, he marries a new wife. So maybe the lawmakers of New York are thinking that after his presidency, which is a form of bankruptcy, he may want to marry a younger wife.
Wow!
We may never know what the New York lawmakers were thinking exactly, but we do know that Queen Elizabeth is thinking about Donald Trump. Oh yeah, we know that because Queen Elizabeth last week opened the new parliament in the UK. Yeah, she made a speech, and her speech was remarkable. Not for what she said, but for what she did not say.
Yeah.
She said nothing about President Trump's visit to the UK.
What?
Nothing. Which means that it's not happening anytime soon. It's not happening. No. There must have been another penny in the butt of President Donald Trump. Talking about Trump and butts.
Hey!
A businessman from Mexico has rolled out Trump toilet rolls.
Wow!
Look at it.
Wow.
Oh yeah. This is where the presidency of the United States has fallen to.
Hey!
It has been dumped in the toilet. Toilet rolls of heartless healthcare and made up stories about recording conversations in the White House.
Hey!
No wonder. The world is looking for leadership elsewhere. The Economist of London, look at the paper, now declared that Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, is the savior of Europe.
The teacher's boy.
Yeah, the teacher's boy. He's the savior of Europe.
Wow!
Already, we know the savior of Biafra. We know. Holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy. So, we know the savior of Biafra.
Hey!
Do you know your savior? Do you? On August 8th, Kenyans will decide who will be their savior.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh yeah, the 2017 Kenyan election campaign is on. It's on. Oh yeah. The campaign is between 2 candidates, of course. President Uhuru Kenyatta of Jubilee Party and Raila Odinga of the National Super Alliance called NASA. It's called NASA. No, forget about the name, Forget that the opposition is called NASA. As expected, it is already sounding like any other African election. Watch.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has dismissed claims by the National Super Alliance presidential candidate Raila Odinga that Jubilee is planning to use the Kenya Defence Forces to rig the forthcoming election.
Now, speaking during his Meet the People tour in Murang'a, President Uhuru Kenyatta claimed Raila Odinga has panicked after sensing defeat.
That's the leader of the National Super Alliance, Raila Odinga, accusing President Uhuru Kenyatta of planning to use the military to rig elections.
Oh, wow. Like that,
Like in Africa, everywhere in Africa. Here is Kenyatta's reaction.
We have a professional military. We should keep petty pedestrian politics out of our military.
I mean, you have to give it to President Uhuru. Give him credit for saying that the Kenyan military is a professional military force and that they should be kept from petty pedestrian politics.
Yes, just like this one.
The same thing cannot be said of other African nations and their military.
Yes.
Not even the Nigerian military. Yeah, you can say that. Despite all that Kenya has gone through over the years, its military has not taken over the government.
Yes.
Under the pretense that they are trying to correct the wrongs of the civilians. Unlike Nigerian military. You know, I'm also happy that Uhuru did not say that Kenyan police should be kept out of petty and partisan politics.
Hey!
Or any pretense of that nature.
Yes.
Because we have seen Kenyan police in action.
Wow.
And they are like other African police. Watch. Oh yeah, I said it's brutal. They are brutal. Meanwhile, the election is taking place amidst claims that the company that is printing the ballot papers in South Africa is owned by some people from Qatar. And they have a link with the brother of the president of Kenya.
Hey!
So the opposition leader, Odinga, is threatening to go to court
Wow.
to stop the company from printing the ballots. He's afraid. He's afraid that using the connection with the brother of the president, that they might do some funny monkey business. I don't blame the guy. I don't blame the guy. Listen.
Presidential candidate Raila Odinga says they will move to court to stop the printing of ballot papers.
I say, Maisha Ningumu. In days to come, we will be presenting you profiles of these two candidates.
Yes.
You know, in the meantime, there is a theory that the election is already rigged.
Wow.
Of course, they learned from Trump. A book on that conspiracy is going to be launched next week. Here is Professor P.L.O. Lumumba reacting to the election.
The only problem that we have in Kenya is that we have these conspiracy theories. And my own view is that that is his opinion and he's entitled to it. And if he has evidence to back it, then we respect evidence.
I know. Meanwhile, here is a take from Mr. Ngati. I don't know who he is, but he sounded important.
Uhuru Kenyatta knows he's a criminal from the history of Kenya. The man is a liar, a deceptor, and a habitual criminal.
Uhuru Kenyatta is a liar and a deceiver and a habitual criminal. Oh, this Kenyan self. Like every election, the mouth as well as the butt of Kenya is going to be opened wide.
Wow.
In this election, it's going to be opened wide. And Dr. Damages will be there to cover it. No, I'm not kidding you. Maisha Ningumu. Why Kenyans are going to the polls? Do we know about Nigerian president, the one we elected 2 years ago? Do we know? Where is he? Has anyone seen him?
In the Abuja house.
Have you heard from him in the last 50 days?
No.
Don't even ask Aisha. Aisha, the wife, doesn't even count. She said that the husband has been recovering. But Sahara reporter said that she didn't even see the man when she went to London. What? So why are we listening to her? So what is the story with Buhari? Do we know? Does anyone know? Is he coming back at the end of Ramadan?
No, we don't know.
Now, let me rephrase that. Are they smuggling him back at the end of Ramadan?
We don't know.
By day, I mean the cabals. That's what the cabals, yeah, of course. More powerful than Aisha. You know, Sahara reporters came out last week with a report that Buhari's memory is gone. And that he now has speech impairment. What? Oh, I know.
One of the aspects of our life that is not yet we have had healing and closure is the issue of Biafra. And we know what happened yesterday. Healing and closure. Healing and closure, yeah. So I wanted to know, when you think about healing and closure in relation to Biafra, do you see referendum for the activists as part of that healing and closure?
No, what I see is so good. This strongly about creating a state within Nigeria, let them join a party and campaign. And if people elected, because they want to be outside Nigeria, if that party is elected, then they can have as many states within Nigeria as they want.
I know. If you think you could not understand him before, forget about going to the airport to hear him speak when he comes back. Forget about that, because according to the story, when Buhari was being rushed to London, he asked if they were taking him to Sokoto. Very sad, you know. That is a no-no. You know, I know a specialist hospital in Sokoto that could have treated him. But again, a Yoruba man owns it. And that is against the spirit of the Kaduna Declaration.
Wow.
Otherwise, he would have been treated there. But, you know, the Kaduna Declaration said, no, you can't do that. Now, about Buhari's speech impairment, I think one way of verifying this is very easy to verify that one. You know, how come nobody has received a phone call from him?
What?
You know, since he left for London, how come nobody has received a phone call?
What about the vice president?
Nobody. We didn't hear that he called anybody. Initially, some people said that he didn't go with his phone. you know, he was rushed out of Nigeria. So the thinking was that when Aisha went to visit him, she took Buhari's phone with her. Now, Buhari has all the numbers. So why is he not calling people the way he did the last time? Remember? Not even Femi Adesina.
What?
He didn't call Femi. Femi will have told us.
He didn't call the vice president.
He will have told us. Now, by the way, Femi, does he still have a job? And what does he do? And why are we paying him? I'm just saying, why are we paying him? Now, let me tell you. The political dynamics that we are seeing in Nigeria today is because President Buhari is missing. For one, the Arewa youth would not have made that Kaduna Declaration if Buhari were in charge. They wouldn't have done that because they would know that Buhari will handle things for them. And you can be sure that the Biafran leader, Nnamdi Kanu, would not have been granted bail either. It wouldn't have happened. By the way, how is Nnamdi doing out of prison? Do you know? Do you know?
Yeah, it's very well.
He's doing well. Has he secured the release of his fellow Biafrans that were in prison with him? Has he done that?
No.
You remember those three guys that were always with him, you know? Did he forget about them? What happened? Did you hear that Nnamdi Kanu has transformed into a prophet and a savior?
What?
For real.
You know?
Sure? Oh yeah, the Biafran news agency, you know they have a news agency, is reporting that Nnamdi Kanu is now a healer of sick people.
Neba ebe gozira gozi kamgbe gboo. Anyị na-asị dịka isi be gozi ala nsọ Biafra, ta ga esi be gozi ya. Ị ga-ebi na papa ya nọ mbata ya. Ọ ga-ahụ ụmụ ya ma hụ ụmụ ya. Ọ ga-adịrị ya na mma ma papa ya na mbata ya.
He will lay his hand on you and you become healed. Wow. You don't even need to kneel down for that to happen. In short, in a short while, if you pray in his name, asking him to appeal to Chukwu Abiyama on your behalf, you will be healed. Even if you still live in the zoo.
Where's the zoo?
Where you live. Your hometown. Now, the Biafran News Agency report that blew away a lot of people who loved Jesus was that women were taking off their wrapper and laying it on the ground so that Nnamdi Kanu could walk on it like Jesus. No, just the wrapper, like Jesus. Exactly the same treatment that, what am I talking about? It is even a step better than what Jesus received. During his triumphant entrance into Jerusalem, Nnamdi Kanu's own was awesome.
Wow.
You know? Now, the story that nobody can deny, even the most hardcore enemy of Biafra, was that multitude of people came out to greet Nnamdi Kanu when he called them last week. Look at them.
Wow.
Look at them. You know, those asking, where is the strategy? You just had it.
If the zoo does not come to us to agree a date for a referendum, there will be no election here anymore.
We want referendum or no election in Biafra land.
Wow.
That's it. And you know how it will end. And you know how it will end. Let's listen to them. All we are saying, give us Biafra. Shikina. You know, just as this was happening in Omaya, the acting president said this in Abuja. I quote, "We all agree our nation should remain one."
Wow, yes.
That's the acting president. Has he started smoking something? I mean, I bet. Are you saying that he did not see the crowd that came out to see Nnamdi? Do they look like they all agree that we should remain one? Come on, give it to me. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy. That's what we are. You know, all these movements of different pieces on Nigeria's chessboard are making me to want to go to church.
Wow.
But I'm scared of church these days. I'm scared of going to church these days. I have seen what pastors do, but nothing like this one. What?
No, 1,000 naira, sorry. For every year you've lived on earth, I need to give 1,000 naira. So if you've lived on earth 35 years, 35,000. If you've lived on earth 60 years, 60,000. Those people will stand on the right. Those who are giving $1,000 to the left. 1,000 naira for every year you've lived on earth to the right. Those who are doing both in the middle.
I know. That was Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo in action. The man is worth $10 million. What? Cool $1 million. Now you can see how he made it. He is asking members of his church to line up and donate $1,000 for each year of life they spent on earth.
Wow.
1,000. So for someone like Obasanjo, whose real age is about 101, he has to donate $101,000.
Wow.
Now, if you cannot donate dollars, you join the line of those who donate naira. Now, for those on that line, you know, what it means is that making heaven will be longer travel. You know, it will be like traveling on through the expressway, Lagos by the expressway. The day that Ayodepo and Adeboyo they are having a Holy Ghost revival, or going to Europe through the Sahara Desert. But if you donate dollars, you go express to heaven. That's what the man is doing. And people with their senses, all right, are donating $1,000 for every year in life. How much will you donate if you're in that church? $100. So you're still not born. No, this is outrageous, and people are doing it. Now, talking about people struggling to make it to heaven. Evans, the billionaire kidnapper, you remember him?
Yeah.
He's still singing. He's still talking. The man is still talking. Imagine if we can get the former National Security Advisor, Sambo Dasuki, remember him, to chew the same herb that this Evans chewed, and get him to talk. What a truckload of tales he will give out. You know? Now, last week, Evans took police to where he kept the people he kidnapped. Have you seen that? Have you been? You're scared. You don't have $1 million to give. Now, at one point, he had a moment of reflection. This is something that only smart people have. You know, people like Ibrahim Babangida, they never even had that moment of reflection. But Evans had it. Watch.
Police arrested me. So I believe there's nothing like kidnapping or maybe, you know. So my advice to them is that they should, as they're looking at me or maybe they watch me today standing here, they should stop everything about that. But it doesn't pay.
Now, did he say that crime doesn't pay? I don't understand that one. I don't understand. What else does he want? When crime paid him in dollars and in euro, what other currency was he thinking about that crime and in naira that crime should pay in? You know. Now, to show you that the man is brilliant, you know, I've questioned this idea that Evans was a brilliant man. But last week, he proved me wrong.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. While talking to the press, he showed that he has been watching the news. He understood very well why the former petroleum minister, Desian Alison Madeke, is not in Nigeria today answering questions about NNPC money that she kidnapped. The man showed that he understood why Andrew Yakubu, you know him, the former director of NNPC, why he is abroad chilling, despite the millions of dollars that were discovered in his house. Listen to our man.
I confirm that I have a cancer and I have a blood pressure too.
Oh, he has cancer and high blood pressure. Yeah, poor guy. Where do you think he should go for treatment? Where? London or Yemen? London. Or Haiti? Where do you think? Yemen, maybe. During the tour of his kidnap retreats, he has different retreats, different places. He showed us the kitchen where they cook food for the kidnapped people. I tell you, the man could be a better minister of housing and power than Fashola. Look at the houses and the way they were taken care of. He should be better than Fashola. Now, Evans talked about this pharmacist that he kidnapped and said something very important. Listen carefully.
The pharmacist man, the man told us that he can only give us 500,000 euros. That's what he can able to afford. And I said, okay, that how are we going to get the money?
Yeah. How do we get the money? That is the most important thing to him. At this point, the question I have is, how do we get rid of this man from the front page of Nigerian newspapers? How do we do that? Because we want to talk about more important things.
Yes.
I'm referring to the story of the fruits donated by the government of Saudi Arabia to Nigerians in the IDP camps, internally displaced people camps. Nigerians went to the Hajj, and they were giving food to give to the suffering poor children, poor men and women.
Wow.
Guess what? The food did not get to the people.
Wow.
Yeah, but they ended up on sale in markets across northern Nigeria. This is food given to poor people. And on it was written, not for sale.
Not for sale.
In bold letters. But nobody reads that language, that haram language. They don't read it. 200 tons of fruits stolen from the most vulnerable people in Nigeria. I'm sure that when they write the second declaration, Kaduna Declaration, that the number 5 point, we say that these Igbo people received these fruits from Saudi Arabia. And instead of giving it to the poor, they sold it in markets.
Wow.
All these Igbo people and their love for money.
Declaration number 5.
Declaration number 5. Look out for it. It's coming, Nonsense. This is a segment we call Secrets of
Picture.
It's based on the premise that a picture is worth more than 1,000
words.
Now, you're looking at a picture of a poor man caught stealing yam. Somewhere in Nigeria, they had to put yam on top of him and put one on his neck. Look at that man. Look at that man. The man is saying, he's thinking, he's looking at them and he's thinking. We don't know if they killed him or not, but he's thinking. He wrote a poem, and I want to read that poem for you. He said, please yourself, take 1 million pictures of me. Send it across the globe. The shame is not only mine. The shame is also yours for letting them steal our commonwealth until I was left wretched in a land of plenty. God will judge me and he will judge you too.
Yes.
That includes you, Mr. Governor. Yes. You, Mr. General Overseer. And you, Mr. Lawmaker. We, the poor, can do only one thing. Bear witness. That was the poem that the man wrote. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Here are some stories making headline news across Nigerian newspapers this week. I will run for president in 2019, says Ayo Fayose.
Hey!
That's the governor of Ekiti State. I mean, the game is changed. I don't. There's no hope that Buhari will. Can you imagine him debating Buhari on the stage? Can you imagine that?
He's going to be the president
He's going to be maybe he's president of Biafra he's talking about. Maybe he can actually unite Biafra with Oduduwa Republic. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's over. Buhari, people are writing, people who were dreaming of that. They had this and they said, that's it, we are gone. We can't compete. They can't compete with the man. He can eat amala on the street. Can you do that? He can ride Okada. Can you, Atiku, can you do that? They cannot do that. There's no competition. It's over. I will be there to cover this election. Ekiti, here we come.
Hope he's not going to bribe the army.
Nonsense. I'm sure they will capture him immediately he's out of that governorship office. The next day they will come and pick. Petition to recall Dino Melaya in INEC's office. Did you hear that? Finally, they got the numbers. Dino is gone. He's a goner. Now, this is his reaction. He said that there were so many dead people on the petition that he's not going anywhere, but that God will decide. He's going to return to his former job, which is fight corruption.
Antidote for corruption.
That's it. That's where he's ending up. Can you imagine that Dino out of the Senate? You know, what will he be doing with his life?
He'll be sharing for Saraki in the back.
He'll be a personal assistant to Saraki. Maybe that's a good job. That's a good job for him. You know, personal assistant to Saraki. Man jailed for dangling baby from window in Algeria. The man was dangling his baby from a window in Algeria.
Wow.
Now, exactly. I don't understand what the problem was. You know, when Michael Jackson did it in Germany, nobody jailed him.
Yes.
What is wrong with these people in Algeria? You know, do they think it's easy to get a like on Facebook? I've tried it. It's difficult. It's really hard. You have to do something. Yeah, it's not easy. They've not tried it. That's why they're doing this. You know, man forced to pay bride price for a dead wife. It happened. The wife died, and he was forced to go and pay bride price.
Wow.
You know.
They weren't money before.
I don't know. 1,000 years from now, this will be a proverb. You know, it will be one of those African proverbs, like the way Nigeria is paying bride price for Boko Haram territories. No, that's what we're doing now. That we abandoned and discarded. If you supposed to marry somebody and you have to pay bride, you didn't pay. When if the person dies, you will be paying it. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what the man is going through. I pity him. This interesting. We will deploy. This coming from the vice president. We will deploy government apparatus against those threatening Nigeria, says the vice president.
That's Nigeria unity.
He was talking to traditional rulers. Yeah, I said yes.
Yes.
He will finally do it. These rampaging Fulani headsmen, he will deal with them. They are finished. No, he wasn't talking about them. he wasn't. He wasn't talking about them. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They are untouchable. Okay, forget it. Listen to this. Oh, this is good. This is from America. I paid my own bride price, says Tonto Dike. Is that not your friend? Tonto Dike, it was revealed in a leaked chat that she paid her own bride price.
Wow.
You know what it's like? It's like doing your own makeup during your wedding. Did you do your own makeup during your wedding? That's what it's like. You know, can you imagine that? You know, that is red flag if a man is making you to pay your own bride price. Run. Tonto, you should have called me. You know, I'm an expert in this kind of topic. If the man cannot bring down his own money, what is the deposit? What do you get back when the marriage crashes? Like it did. What do you get back? Because you get back that money. You know? Come on. Eh? It's time for your email. It's time for your
email.
Tomato Juice, welcome back.
Thank you.
You still have the afro, you know? It's
Why
still
not?
going. Is it that money? There's no money to. Is it that there's no money to do?
So you can appreciate natural.
No, so I like it. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Okay.
It's somebody could also mean that, you know, when you see a man sad living that, I know that something. Economy is hard. You know? I'm not talking. Kwesi, I'm not talking about you. Hi.
Really? Leave Kwesi
All right.
alone.
Let's say, because it costs money to cut your hair every week. How much do you pay? It's a lot of money, and in dollars, you know, like that kidnap. Okay, go ahead.
I won't say anything.
Go ahead.
Not Evan.
Especially women to make their
Women, their hair is like, you know, big money. Do we have emails? Who is that?
Everyday doctor.
All right, let's hear them, please.
All right, our first email is from David in Regina, Canada.
David, oh yeah.
That's your friend.
He writes every week.
Course.
Yeah, that's my friend. Yeah.
He writes. Dear Dr. Damages.
Yes, my friend.
Me think.
Oh yeah.
Not I think.
Me
think. Land immigration in the north will solve the temporary problem that is acquiring permanent resident status. The herdsmen want to attain permanent resident status by force.
What?
Irrigation rather than oil prospecting in the north will solve the problem and save Nigeria.
What? I like this guy. You know, thank you, David. Thank you so much. Irrigation might help solve the herdsmen conflict with farmers. Isn't that wonderful? You see, I like people who point out solutions to our problems, not just those who blab about the problems. You know, we know the problems. We just want solutions So let this be a lesson to you, Dr. Dam. Who wrote this crap? Who wrote that crap? Let this be a lesson to you, keeping it real. It's not about talking about problems. It's finding solutions.
Yes.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much. More solutions. People, government officials, they are watching. Irrigation could help this because that's why they are moving around looking for where to feed their cattle.
Exactly.
You know, if they have irrigation system, they will just have a ranch. That's a good point. Next.
All right, our second email. Our second email is from Usman Bello Abdullahi from the capital city, Caliphate Republic of the Great Shekau, Maiduguri, Borno State.
That's from the Caliphate.
Let's draw.
No, he wrote from the Caliphate.
Yeah.
It's a serious. Don't laugh when you are reading email from the Caliphate. This is Boko Haram Caliphate.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hey.
Go ahead.
In that case, he writes.
Behave well, yes.
Dear Dr. Damages,
Yes.
the only solution to the Biafran agitation is to make Rochas Okocha president. That's all. How can you leave the whole British Nigerians stranded for good 50 years without leadership and expect peace? No way. Remember, they wanted to take over the country right from the beginning.
Wait. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I wanted to speak
I'm
Creole. I just finished.
I'm shocked.
He says, so, that young man is automatically disqualified.
Which young man?
You know.
Wait. The Caliphate is worried about Biafra. Are you saying that Rochas is the answer to Biafra or death?
Make him president.
It's like saying that Pope Francis is the answer to the agitation that black people should have a pope. Or, you know what I mean? Mr. Caliphate, won't you worry about your territory and ISIS?
Doctor!
Why is the Caliphate worried about Biafra?
Hey!
Shakao, this is not real Shakao. I don't think this is real Shakao. Shakao
You
is very
never
busy.
know.
He's very busy
You
hiding in
never
the
know.
bush. I don't think this is the real one.
They have internet.
They see what's going on. Next.
All right, our third email is from Mr. Eze Godwin.
Godwin. You know the song? Godwin. I don't win. I don't get that lot. God win. I don't get that lot. God win. Maybe that's it. All right.
And he's in Dubai.
Dubai? Are we not going to Dubai?
Why
we need
not?
to go there.
Just let me know the date and time. I'll be ready. I'll put my long ribbon and everything. Anyway, he writes.
Yes.
I'm a very good fan of this show.
Thank you.
And I always watch it. I've never missed out in any of the show.
Wow.
Please, doctor, I don't know if you can make this show maybe twice in a week. This once in a week always make me keep waiting.
Yeah.
Keep it up, man.
Oh, we love to do this 5 times a week. Thank you so much.
5 times?
5 times a week. That's the original plan.
Hey.
But Kudi Babu. Owoni Koko. Owoni Koko Kudi Babu. Money no
You
dey.
are getting the video.
No. Is that?
He has it on his song. Owoni Koko.
I didn't know. But we are not giving up. Maybe one day, Tomato Jaws we not need to be paid anymore. And we can use that money to pay Sasha. And then we may be able to do 2 or 3 times a week.
I will not need to.
It's an issue of money, That's the only problem, People are ready to work. The people who write the crap I talk about every week, they are behind, they are there, right? but they can't pay these people. That's the problem. But we like that. Thank you so much. We're working on that. Next.
Our final email.
Already? I'm warming up.
It's 4. You want more?
I'm warming up to give answers. Go ahead.
I have to go to my husband. Our final email is from David in Lagos.
She used that
word.
Right. Okay. From who?
David in Lagos.
David in Lagos. Okay.
Dear doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
I discovered your show recently, and since then, I don't want to miss an episode. Wow. Keep it up. Wow. I may visit your studio anytime I have the opportunity, or visiting the Big Apple, New York. Maybe even introducing your show.
Why not? Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. We love to have people come around.
You're welcome.
And introduce Dr. Damage's show.
Just let us know ahead of time.
Just let us know. We love that.
Reality reasons.
Yeah. we love that. We check them out. They don't know. But we encourage that. Whenever, in fact, we are going to try out people doing that at home. Because those who could not come here, they could introduce Dr. Damages at home and send it to us. Yeah.
Virtual introduction.
Yeah, you can do that.
Why not?
We try that starting next week. Tell that Sasha.
Tell your friend.
Sasha to do that, That's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to Dr. Damages at
gmail.com.
and follow us on Twitter at
Dr. Damages.
and on Instagram at
Dr. Damages.
Now, here is my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book, African Proverbs for White People.
Hey!
And it says, the hand that gives will always be at the top. Did you get it? The hand that gives is always at the top.
And the one that receives always be at the bottom.
Hey!
That's why I tell you to give. You refuse to give. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose
You heal yourself.
So, Tomato Juice. Summer is here, it's official. Summer is here in America. What is the plan for summer? Are we going on summer vacation? What is here? What do you think? Let me know, because the viewers are beginning to...
I think we should take a break.
We should take a break. You've been working so hard.
We should take a break and come back fresh.
And with a new set.
Maybe
and
even a new nurse.
A new... What?
Why not?
You want promotion? She wants a promotion. That's another way of saying I want a promotion. I want new money. I want new additional money.
Bring it.
Yeah, additional money. That's
I shall receive it.
I understand the coded word. But the thing is this, the hand that gives is always at the top.
And the one that receives at the bottom.
When will you start giving so that your hand will be at the top?
Yes.
I will give when I have.
When I give check, when I always make sure the check I give there, you receive. That's what I say, So you should do something so that you be the one. That explains it. Every Friday, remember when I come to